They also don't believe that I can write, although they know that I am poetry and everything. At first, they already know that I am writing because of the book get anthology. They also know that, and this one is my first solo. Yeah, they are proud, and they even share it to the friends, to the colleagues, and to all the family, including my two.
They are very supportive.
Yeah, including my two kids. Even brought to the school.
What's one of the most surprising things that you learned in creating this book?
Surprising and things, I think those people who always critics, and yeah, they always criticize me because you always write, but your grammar, your spelling, but those are only the bashers. That instead of quitting, I encourage myself not to listen to them, but they are the one who gave me the courage to continue to write. So, because as a writer, you cannot be a good writer or you cannot be a good poet if you don't allow the critics of others. So, whatever the critics are, either it's good or bad, you have to admit because you are a writer.
Cool, cool.
Thank you so much, Shai, for sharing. You are such an inspirational ladies, and you're
Thank you.
so amazing. Is your book will be sell outside of this event? Like, how do we get it?
Yeah, actually the Amazon, you can just search the title Shy I Love You Today through Amazon, and including here we also get copy. You
Acara
can see in
pengeluaran
front.
buku.
Yeah.
How much is this?
The book cost is $20.
Oh, okay. You can buy from here. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much, Shai.
Makasih, terima kasih.
For the next one, we have Umar Farouk. Umar Farouk keep on working as a CPR assembly coordinator since 2010. His favorite hobby is reading and writing. He is one of the winner of the inaugural Migrant Workers Storytelling Competition last May 27, 2018. Some of his articles and short stories are published in Bangladeshi leading newspaper and online news portal. Most of the articles about migrant workers issue. Today, Omar will be sharing about his story by his friend Rocky. So Rocky, please have your stage.
Hello. So, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Good
I know
afternoon.
the voice is so loud. So, first of all, it's my pleasure to be here and with you all and sharing the story, the novel, the beginning love. I know you are going to thinking about your beginning love. I know. So, before I'm going to start about the book, I'm telling like we are the migrant worker in Singapore. Like we're raised demonstrate that like we are not only contribute to work in Singapore, we are also like that like be a part of like the contribute to like the literature or something like that. So once started talking about the book, basically this book is writing about the some family crisis, some of the love, the emotions, and all of this thing is over there. So once you're going to start like myself, so once I'm started to read this book, like once I'm started the few line of the first, like the guy says like once she sleep like she see in the sky, she think about her love, she think about her family. As a migrant, I know like how much we feel about our families in Singapore, and I know like you're also like something like know about this. So like once you knew like once you leaving like your family and your wife, like suddenly you just hear like someone cheating on you, then it's like it's like what is too difficult to live about this. Like once your family, like your wife, as like cheating with you or something like that. So like this story is starting like that with a guy like who have a lots of dream on your head, and he's going to like marry the girl, but he loved more and more and more about her life. So once he started, like he suddenly like his family going to be the financial crisis, like he have to come in Singapore like as a migrant worker. So he started her, but suddenly he heard that like his wife is escaping with his ex-boyfriend or something like that. So like just imagine like how hard is it? Just imagine like you love someone like more than of you, like then suddenly she cheated with you, then how you feel like that? Like you like feel like, oh, I'm going to die or something like that. Then you still live, you still fighting for your family, because you cannot like oh, I cannot do anything because of why, like you have a family, right? So you have to do work for your family, you have to support your family continuously. So like for this line, like I have a message, like it's really true, right? Like we are migrant worker in Singapore. End of the month we getting salary. You know, like some of time like we cannot hold the single cent of our pockets for our own self. It's lots of things, like it's not like once I'm start to read the book, like I'm literally crying. I cannot control myself. I was on MRT, I'm continuing crying and I'm reading the book. Like the people surrounding me, they look at me, what's happening to the boy? Why is she crying? Because on the book, like be about myself. Like I can see on this line about me. So like
Terima kasih.
if you want also you
Banget,
can do lots of
terima
things like our
kasih.
life. Like we're restricted sometimes. We're really restricted about all those things. Like yeah, end of the day, like it's so hard for us. So I'm really happy. Like today is 3 books is unveiled here. It's all written by our migrant community, like my brothers, and my sisters. I'm so happy about that. To demonstrate like we're the one like we can contribute not only for the work, we can contribute to literature also. It's so hard, you know, like the full day work after work. Like my brother is the safety coordinator, my sister is a domestic worker. You know, they're doing a lot of hard work on their home. After that, they had their own time to make himself to write the book and think about this thing. So personally, once I'm knowing about our Shipon Bhai, so he's a fiction writer and a journalist also. So I basically know him like through the Facebook, like always like he's the one always like the mirror of ours, because he's the one always like focused to write on his right like about our story, whatever is ongoing in our real life. Is this the book about this thing, about our real life, like the focus on our real life to base on this book. So it's really pleasure to be here, and I want to say something like once you read the book, like heck got some twist, like it's the emotion mixed with emotion, you know, like it's like the crisis, it's going to be told about the family crisis, about your mind. Once you start to read it, like you are not the only, you are on the line, whatever he writes. So like after that, the character is really amazing, because once you start to read it, like you are beyond. Like you are watching a 3D movies, you are on the screen. So end of the like we're migrant, right? So many things we want to do, right? So we can't do, right? So this is the guy who want to like he don't want to marry because you know like his ex-wife, like, I can say the ex-wife, right?
Oh, okay.
So ex-wife is cheated on him, right? So you know like he don't want to be like he don't want to like you know like the first love is a different kind of feeling. It's a different thing. Like once you you fall in love someone, it's different. Whatever you are, you can't forget this. So that guy is kind of forgot this. So he decided himself he can't marry. He don't want to marry. But end of the day, for his family, he had to be. He married a teenager girls. What happened? He cannot see him. Like, can you imagine, like, you married someone you don't know before him, you've never seen him before, or you don't have a conversation like 1 second before. Can you imagine? And the first night, come on, the first night, it's an amazing experience. Every marriage, like the first night, have a great experience, right? But I'm not going to tell about that. Once you hear something interesting about your present wife, then how you feel?
You are so complicated.
Yeah. This is the point is like, once you start to read it, the every page, the twist, like once I'm started to read, I basically like, I like to read the horror, the comics, the discovered things like that, the travels book, always on my back. But I really love to like the romance, but like the romance is because I'm like, once I'm started to read it, once I read the first 3 pages, wow, there's something is inside. It's I've never read before. So what happened the next about the first night? If you want to know about really, so is there the book? You can read it. And thank you so much for here. And thank you so much. Thank you.
This published in translation in English, please. Yeah.
Thank you so much, brothers. And yeah, it's very, very amazing and interesting book. If you know Bengali, this is your right book for you. So now I'm gonna have a question and answer with Mr. Omar. So I will sit down. So thank you for being here today. So Omar first, may I know when did you realize you wanted to be a writer?
Thank you for coming here. When I study in college, so that time I writing some article and published the local newspaper. Then when I come back in Singapore, 1 year, I stopped writing. For coming 2010 until 2015, I don't writing anything. I forgot to write. So suddenly Facebook, I introduced with Singapore migrant writers members, Surip Bhai, Zakir Bhai, Monir Bhai. So again I start myself reading book, I started writing and published the Facebook and newspaper. Then I realized I also can be writer.
Okay. So what's inspired you to write this book?
This book actually I see Bangladesh on newspaper or news come out. One of the migrant quite away with his money and his something. So I think I can write about this some stories. Then I started writing. The first part I write and post Facebook. Then someone comment me, bro, I want next part. We are next part. What happened next? Then this next I think I see how it come here. I look I can publish it.
Okay, so how long it takes to write this book?
Almost 1 year, 2 months.
Whoa, that's a long. So, how your work schedules like, because you are working in safety coordinator and you're still writing, and 1.5 years is like so long and it's very hard work. So how is this like? How you write? When you write? Like, what time?
I morning early I have to wake up 5:30. My company bus coming 5:30 in Lockdown there. So my job is at actually 7:30. So 2 hours before I have to go out. So these 2 hours I go. Someone go in the yard, office, rest. I no rest. I sit down writing. Morning, mind is fresh. Whatever I think I can write. And my lunch time and sometime my evening I to come back home. Then before sleep I also write. Close the writing.
So how the book get published?
Facebook, I see one Bangladesh publisher, they call for book competition. They say first 5 books will be published and give reward. So I send my manuscript to them. Then after 2 months, the result come out. They say your book is writing good, but we cannot, you are not among 5, we are among 10. So we can publish still. If you want to publish, come contact with us. So I go last year, October, Bangladesh, I go contact with them. They actually published it.
So, does your family know about this book and how they think about it?
Yeah, my family has know that. I have 6 brothers. They all read it and they inspire me. Then say, good, continue read up, write up.
So, how about your friends and employers? Do like your boss? Do they know that you're writing like such a good story?
Yeah, my boss and employer all know about writing the book. First, I give my colleague the book, they read, then they come feedback me, bro, writing good. Then my boss come call me, hey, why you never give me book? You give all my friends. I said, boss, you writing, I don't like it. Then he come office, okay, come with me. Then I go office, I give him. But he after, he still no feedback. I give last week only give him.
So, like, what's the most surprising things that you learned creating this book? What's the most interesting?
Yeah, after writing this book, one of my colleague, he joined only 6 months with me, my company. After he read this book, one day come to me and see me like this. I said, why he see me and smiling? Then he smile and sad face tell me, Umar bhai, how you write my story? It's my story. No, I only know you 6 months because I was writing this book 2 years already. He thought I writing his story.
Wow, because I think this story are related a lot with most of the migrants workers, mostly like from the Bangladesh. So, do you have any suggestion to help everyone who is interested in writing, like how to be a better writer and how to achieve that dream to publish a book?
Yeah, if you still I'm writer, I learning every day around my friends, everyone I learning. So I realized that if you want to writing something, you have to read more and more book. That's why I have target fixed every day I have to read minimum 50 to 70 page book, then try to write 1 page. If no writing, I cannot write anything. I have to read more and more.
Okay, thank you so much. Is the book will be sell? Also, how do we get this book? Here today we can get it. It's behind there. Is there any way we can get this book?
My Bangladeshi friend can get from Bangladesh online shopping, video Bangla shopping, and the famous Rokumari. They can order from there.
Thank you so much, Umar.
Thank you so much.
So the last but not least, we are going to hear about the anthology short story from the Indonesian migrant workers in Singapore.